Let's look a little bit more at how we might use that type function. Here we're going to demonstrate something that we talked about earlier but didn't show. You can take one variable name and assign it to different kinds of values, or different types of values. Here, when the computer runs line 1, it creates the variable called myVariable and gives it the value 5. On line 2, it then prints the type of myVariable. Right now, the type of myVariable is integer, because that was the value that I assigned to it before. And so we see up here that the first thing printed is that my integer has the class or data type int for integer. It then moves on though, and on line 3, it assigns myVariable, same variable name, to the value hello world, a string of characters marked off by quotation marks. Now when we run line 4, we see that the type of myVariable has changed to str for string. It now has the class string. The variable name didn't change, but the type of the value changed. And so now the variable has the new type. Now it's a string. Going forward, we see the same thing happen on lines 5 and 6. Line 5 assigns my variable to a decimal number called a floating point number, and so line 6 describes my variable as having the class float. Line 7 assigns my variable to the Boolean value false, and line 8 then prints that my variable is now a Boolean. Bool is short for Boolean. Each time a line like this runs where we're asked to print the type of some variable, Python starts with the innermost function, in this case type, and evaluates it. It's innermost because type is actually inside the parentheses for print. When it evaluates the type function for myVariable, it goes and looks up myVariable's type. In this case, myVariable was just assigned to the value false. The value false has the type Boolean. And so, it's as if we take that entire function call and replace it with the text bool for Boolean. Again, it's actually a little bit more complicated, but this understanding will do just fine for now. If you're curious, in reality, a class is actually a data type, and the conversion to the string class bool is just how print knows to print that data type. But again, don't worry about that if that's confusing. So after running the type function, this now says to print the text class bool. And so that's where we get bool from right here. That extra complication I mentioned is why we have the word class and these extra marks here. Again, don't worry about those for right now.